Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Into the Shadows, we're going to be pulling a shadow card and see what shadow aspect you need to be looking at or trying to negate, work on, heal. So let's see what message Spirit has for you today about your healing journey. So what shadow do you need to work on? And I do, as always, I sent the intention that these videos find those who need them when they need them. So if this video did find you, it is meant for you. It doesn't mean the entire thing's meant for you. It just might be portions or pieces of it that are meant for you. But please watch and see what you can get out of it. See what sort of triggers you. So we're asking for a shadow card for today. So what shadow do we need to work on? Please, thank you. What shadow shadow aspect? Is that how you say it? I don't know how to say it. Okay, we actually got two. So needs, denial, and performer. So that's interesting that these two came up. So needs, denial is about self-neglect. So you're neglecting yourself, right? Say, you need someone to listen to you. When you come home from work, one of your needs is, I need someone just to listen to me for 15 minutes so I can just talk about my day because I'm excited or I'm upset or whatever. I just need to sort of decompress and talk about it. Or, so that's, it's denying sort of, you're denying what you need. So you're neglecting yourself. This obviously builds resentment, right? When you're neglecting your own needs, you start feeling resentful. So if you're always ensuring you're there for somebody else and they're never there for you, you start resenting them. Well, I'm there. Every time you call, boom, I'm right there, every time for every little thing you need. And then the one time that I actually need something, and I desperately need this, you're not there for me. And this ends up causing resentment. And then inner depletion, right? So you get depleted from it. If you're always giving to others, never getting your needs met, it ends up depleting you, right? You just have no more energy. You have no more energy to do anything. And then we have performer, which I think goes quite nicely with our needs denial. So this is about acting as if. So you're acting to image. Okay, let's read it. So it's image management, right? So I always have to look like this, whatever, perfect person, right? So I never swear and I talk all professionally and whatever it is. And so you're always just trying to project an image. You want people to see you as a certain way rather than just being yourself. Or validation addiction, right? So you want other people to say, oh, you're great, you're a good person. You get a lot of these people online that are like that, like these I forget what they call them, but they're basically these warriors about, oh my God, how could you do that? You're such a horrible person, right? And it's because they want other people to say, yeah, you're right. Like, why did they do that, right? You're trying to pretend that you're a different person or better person or more righteous person than somebody else, but it's really what you want is somebody to say, yes, you are a good person, right? So even sometimes overperforming, right? Doing things beyond what's expected because you just want somebody to say you did good, right? You're always looking for that external validation rather than just understanding internal validation is actually what you should be looking for, that I internally like what I'm doing, like who I am, believe this is the right thing. But instead you're looking outside yourself and you want other people to say to you. And then the emotional split, right? And this emotional split comes because I'm really super sad inside, but I'm not going to show that to anybody else. I'm going to show this perfect person of happy, happy, happy. So inside you're dying inside and sad and upset and you don't like something, but outside you're like, oh, everything's perfect. Life is perfect. I have such a great life. And you get this a lot with people who really care about what other people think of them, want other people to think they're successful, and they're miserable at home, right? They can barely afford, they buy a fancy car and a fancy house and, fancy clothes, and they put on these airs about, oh, I'm so rich, and oh, when they're out, they look happy and look at all I have, and I'm such a status person, I'm great. But then when they're at home and by themselves and internally, it's like, oh, my life sucks, I have no money, I'm almost going bankrupt, it's horrible. And so, these two just go along together like peas in a pod, right? So you deny your own needs. needs. So you deny you're upset. You're performing for everybody and pretending I'm happy, right? And then you're not getting that comfort you need because everybody looks at you and goes, oh, look, they're so happy. They're so happy. They don't need anything. But meanwhile, you actually desperately need someone to comfort you, someone to say it'll be okay, someone to give you a hug. And so really how these go together is you are performing all the time for other people so that other people have a certain perception of you, see you in a certain way, see your life in a certain way, but meanwhile you're neglecting yourself, your needs are being neglected, and you're within this despair. So we are going, let me see what cards I'm going to use. I'll use these ones, and we're going to see what advice Spirit has for you in terms of your needs, denying your own needs, denying what you want or what you need from people, right? And performers. So, now that just came out. And look at it come flying. And what do we got? Walking away. Right? So this is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is all about withdrawing, going on search of something else, abandoning things. And you can see we've got 8 cups here, right? Like things look good, right? This looks good. You look at anybody and be like, 8 cups. You got 8 cups that are full. I would love to have 8 cups that are full. But that's not what's making you happy. That's not what's satisfying you. And so the advice is to walk away. So maybe you are in a marriage where your partner makes quite a bit of money, and so like financial wise, you're very successful. On the outside, you have a nice car, nice clothes, nice house, right? And so anybody looking at that would be like, oh my God, you have the perfect life. Why would you ever walk away? Your cups are full. And you're like, but my needs, my emotional needs aren't being met, right? I'm just pretending to be happy all the time. I'm putting on this performance. Oh, look at me. I have a perfect life. And meanwhile, I feel neglected. You know, my partner never comes home. My partner doesn't even pay attention to me. My partner only cares about money and what other people think. My partner's cheating on me all the time. Right? And so really your advice is to walk away. So you really need to start looking at what you need to walk away from in your life. And let's see what you should be walking towards. So let's see, right? It's easy to say, let's walk away. And what do we got? We got the Two of Cups. So this is what you should be walking towards. And what you should be walking towards is partnerships, right? Unity, attraction. This is like having a mutual attraction though, right? This is having a mutual connection. So maybe, and this is possible for some of you, that you have a job, a high performance job, you work 100 hours a week, and everybody looks at you and says, oh my God, look how successful they have, all this money, all this nice stuff, and yet you pretend you're happy because look, I'm so successful, I've got so much, but your needs are being denied because you don't have that relationship with anybody. All you do is work. Your only relationships are with people at work. And so this really is about partnership, coupling. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a love partnership, but it definitely can be. It could also be like friendships. But really what this is telling you is you need to walk away from whatever issue is there, whether that's your 100-hour job, 100-hour week job, whether that's your partner that doesn't really emotionally fulfill your needs, those kind of things. And you need to look for the emotional fulfillment here, right? You need to look for a balanced relationship with somebody where you're providing them support, they provide you support, right? You provide them with love and happiness, they provide you with love and happiness. So this is what we need to be looking towards, is finding those relationships that do fill up our cups, finding those relationships that do make us happy. So wherever you are in your life right now, you're really denying who you are and what you really need. And we're going to get you an angel number because I just feel like this needs an angel number for you. Because this is all about change. This is all about looking at your life and figuring out what needs to change, what you need to walk away from, and what you need to be going towards. what you need to be going towards is fulfilling relationships, whether that be partnerships in love, partnerships in business, co-workers, family, whatever that is, right? So this might be, I'm walking away from my parents, but I have a surrogate mother, like somebody who's a mother figure to me, and I'm walking towards them. Or I'm walking away from my partner, I'm going to find a new partner. Walking away from my partner, I'm going to find a good friend group, whatever that may be. So let's see what your angel number is for today, please. We get, okay, that one's going. And we got 4, 3, 2. Grounding. So it says, you are reminded of all the importance of staying grounded and centered amidst life's ups and downs. Connect with your inner strength and stability, finding peace and balance within yourself. Okay, so this is a reminder to ground yourself, right? Take a moment to contemplate, take a moment of peace, and keep yourself centered when things are going up and down and up and down, right? So that when things are really good, you're not getting too carried away. When things are really bad, you're not getting too carried away that way. And that is very good advice when we're walking away from something old and walking towards something new. And I want to get you a spirit animal for today, because I feel that you also need your spirit animal. So really this is finding, especially with the cups here, right? Cups, emotions, right? Emotional relationships. This is finding the appropriate emotional relationship for yourself and grounding yourself. It's not about the stuff we have in life. It's about the peace and the comfort and the love that we bring into our lives. So let's see what message Spirit has for you from our Spirit Animal deck. Let's see, please. What message? There we go. Perseverance, the Ram. Okay, so the Ram is all about perseverance. So you have many gifts. No problem can withstand the power of your mind. With patience, you can reach your mountaintop. Never give up, and good luck will follow. All right, so this is about persevering. So it may feel like to you, I can't walk away from these cups. I can't walk away from this, $250,000 a year job. I can't walk away from my partner. I can't walk away from my house, whatever it is, right? But this is saying you can. You have the ability. You can persevere, and you can deal with any problem that comes your way. You have the power, you have the gifts, you just need to use them. And as you persevere, right, and slowly, patiently, climb up that mountain towards your goals, not giving up, naturally good luck will follow. So at this point you might be like, I'm walking away. It feels like I'm never going to get this emotional fulfillment. Should I even have bothered? At least I was financially secure over here. Now I'm not even financially secure or emotionally secure. So now I got two problems, right? But this is about just don't give up, keep going, next step, and you will end up in the good luck of finding a true partnership that's meant for you and that's fulfilling for both people, not just one person. I know we kind of turn this into a bit of a relationship thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be relationship wise, right? It could be work wise, right? Your $250,000 job, and even though this one over here, you may only make $70,000, but you're much more satisfied, right? So say this is a defense attorney making, even $500,000 a year because you're defending, these, I was going to say elite criminals, but these high-powered criminals with a lot of money. So you're making a ton of money defending these criminals, but you're not satisfied by that. You're getting criminals off of things that, things that they should be going to jail for, but now they're getting off because you're a good attorney, and you move into this job over here and you're only making $70,000 a year for, working with people who don't have enough money, doing pro bono work, but you're much more satisfied because you're helping, defend people who didn't actually do it, or defend people who are, being biased against. So, a white person did this crime and they just get probation, a black person does this crime and they go to jail for 5 years, right? And so, well, you're going to stand up and you're going to start defending those people whose sentences are too harsh, and you're going to make sure that justice is served. And that will fulfill you much more than this high-powered job. Well, I hope this message helped, and I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.